Good morning and welcome to another video. So, cyclists aren't really renowned for having huge legs. Generally, cyclists are pretty slim. But leg strength is really important in cycling. It doesn't mean you necessarily need huge legs to have strong legs. And if you want to develop your leg strength, because leg strength is a really important part of cycling, keep watching the video to find out some tips on what you can do to get stronger legs. I'm David and this is Forest Velo. One of the things to remember is that your legs are made up of lots of muscles, and strength is also to do with neural capabilities. So one exercise won't do all. To get well-rounded leg strength, you need to do quite a few different things. So in my opinion, one of the things you need to do most, especially if you're getting a bit older, is weights, resistance training. You are going to be suffering muscle loss as you get older, and to compensate for that, there's nothing really better than doing resistance training. So if you can, try to get to a gym where you can do some all-round muscle building exercises, but also for legs, things like squats, deadlifts, leg presses, calf raises, to build that all-round leg strength. And don't worry about putting on loads of weight, you really won't. It's going to take a lot of effort to gain a lot of weight, but you can gain a lot of strength without too much change in size, and that's what's the key thing about resistance training for cyclists. Another thing to remember when you're in the gym is doing stability exercises and general sort of strengthening exercises which are vital on the bike. So things like lunges, side lunges, Bulgarian squats, those sorts of things really help develop that all-over strength and toughen up ligaments and tendons around your legs and hips. And if you're doing that, of course, and going to the gym, it's vital to make sure, again, as you get older, that you are taking in enough protein, because protein does absorb less, or your body finds it harder to absorb protein when you're older. So making sure you take enough is really important if you're going to the gym. And if you go to the gym, don't forget you're there to build strength. So rep range should be probably around the 6 to 8 mark, maybe even less, to build strength. And it's not just about building muscular strength, it's about building efficiency. And when you're in the gym, the more you strain your muscles, the more they have to learn the fibres to fire together to create the maximum amount of force they can. And that's where, when you're a weaker leg cyclist, that's where you fall down. And that's why it's easy to get a lot of strength relatively quickly, because it is that neuromuscular adaptation where your body is learning how to create force effectively and quickly, and that will help in general riding. Another thing to build leg strength is on bike exercises, and they're the traditional sort of muscle building or strength building workouts. And what are they? Well, generally big gear efforts. They are, you get in a big gear like I am now, preferably on a hill really, and you just grind away at something around 60 RPM, 50 to 60. If your knees hurt, stop or go to a quicker spin. But if you can, it's that low gear force production which is building strength, or so the theory goes. As I said, I quite like just going to the gym rather than these, but each to their own. You could give them a go if you think they work or have worked for you. Don't forget to drop it in the comments below. But you could do these for maybe a minute to start off with, and then gradually build them up. 2, 3, 4 minutes. Have a break, loosen your legs off, and have another rep, another set, and see how it goes. Big gear work can help with that high torque you need when you're muscling it up a hill. So another on the bike training method is the standing start or big gear sprints. So what are those? Well, basically you roll to a stop almost, you get in the biggest gear you can, and from pretty much a standing start you turn over the gears and gradually build up that power and speed, and when you find yourself doing about 80 RPM or more, you can ease off and relax and just spin for a minute or two, and try 5 of those, and those over a period of time again will build up your leg strength and help prevent injury in the future from creating tougher tendons and ligaments. So why do you need leg strength? Well, there's 2 ways to produce power. One is to spin fast, and one is to create a lot of force. And you'll soon find if you're on a climb, spinning at 100 or 120 RPM to try to build up that force is going to be hard work. It is easier to go at a lower cadence and produce force. So if you manage to do all those things, you should find your legs becoming stronger. It might take a while and a bit of effort to develop that strength, but it will come if you keep the consistency of those things up. And another thing that will help your legs generally be healthy is to make sure you do a fair amount of stretching to keep those muscles and tendons loose and relaxed. You don't want tight tendons or muscles. So how have you developed your leg strength? Is it developed? What did you find was the best way to develop that? It might have been just doing an awful lot of climbing and lots of hill reps, because that will build strength too. Don't forget to drop it in the comments below. So I hope you found it useful and enjoyed today's video, and until next time, bye for now.